Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Hisui Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Froslass! Froslass on team number 3 from my top 3 best teams for the Hisui Cup. Froslass is always a fun time. This thing is so OP, guys. You all know by now. And Froslass will be serving as the closer on team number 3. This was the team that I was most excited about because I could see from a mile away that it would have a lot of play in this Hisui Cup meta. Froslass is an amazing closer for the endgame. And also on this team, we've got Drapion on the safe swap, running the conventional moveset. We're not running Bite on Drapion. I know that is quite fashionable in this meta, but Poison Sting comes in handy, primarily because Drapion is here to protect our lead, which is Gastrodon, from grass types. And not having a poison type charge move, you can apply some super effective fast move pressure to those grass types. And speaking of Gastrodon will be on the lead for team number 3. From my top 3 best teams for the Hisui Cup, Gastrodon is so amazing and so satisfying. It absolutely melts away the steel types and the poison types. It is a thing of beauty. I had a lot of fun. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. Here we go. Positive lead. Drapion on the lead. They make a play into a Shadow Abomasnow running Razor Leaf. So we meet this with our Drapion. Guys, I don't know if somebody did a team featuring Drapion on the lead with a Shadow Abomasnow safe swap running Razor Leaf, but I was seeing this team quite a bit, and it is quite tempting to meet this Abomasnow with your Froslass, but you will lose. So it is important that if they have a Drapion lead and they swap into that Razor Leaf Abomasnow, you have to go into Drapion, because Drapion with the poison typing is resisting that fast move pressure, and like you saw there, you can take it out pretty easily. You do have to shield, but you will get the alignment that you need. So they come in with the opposing Drapion. Nice shiny Drapion across the field from us. They tank the damage, and there it is. Gastrodon in the back. So yeah, I was seeing this team quite a bit. Like I said, I don't know if somebody featured this team. Bite Drapion, Razor Leaf, Abomasnow, and Gastrodon in the back, but I was clapping this team all day, guys. It was a thing of beauty. So once you get that Abomasnow out of the way, you can align Froslass onto this Gastrodon. Froslass has a clean victory over Gastrodon. The Mud Slaps do chunk, but you thoroughly outpace to these very hard-hitting avalanches. We grab both the shields from the Gastrodon. Gonna shield this. Didn't really have to shield it, but we wanted to have a nice, clean victory here, guys. We knew that we could make it to this avalanche, which will allow us to say bye-bye to the Gastrodon. And it's lights out, guys. Alignment was key in that one. So like I said, if they meet you with that Abomasnow, go into Drapion if at all possible. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Had a solid day with team number 3, guys. Ended up gaining 130 elo. That's a good day of GBL if I've ever seen it. Terrible lead here in Gliscor. Gonna go into Drapion here. We are running Aqua Tail, and they catch it onto an Empoleon. Holy smokes, what a catch! That's an amazing catch if I've ever seen one. So, hard countered on the lead, hard countered on the swap. This is, it happens in this meta, but that is okay. We get off the crunch, they let that go, and we have to flip switch here, guys. We have to get our Froslass onto that Gliscor. Froslass absolutely dominates Gliscor, so we are going to fight like heck for a switch advantage here. Going to go for another crunch. Probably should have baited there, guys. But I don't think it mattered. Those waterfalls were chunking, and we get some lovely lag there. I don't think the lag mattered. They were going to waterfall us down, but it's always nice to have the lag not be a factor in the game, guys. And they go for the Hydro Cannon on us, just going to farm it down. So we were not able to flip switch here, and we're in a very, very tough position because this Gliscor is undoubtedly going to come back in, and Gastrodon just does not perform well against the Flyers, guys. They are double resisting our Mud Slabs. Going to throw Froslass in here, try and make something happen. We have to shield up the potential Earthquake, but they bait us with a super effective Night Slash, and they got Drapion, so we top left. There was no winning that one. Good game, well played. The RPS phenomenon struck again in that previous battle, but let's see if we can recover. Picking up the Dream lead and Bastiodon, they make a play into a Shadow Gallade, so we go into Drapion. With our dark typing, we are single resisting these confusions, and we can hit this thing for some hard neutral damage, as Gallade is not known for its bulk, especially in its shadow form. This thing is a glass cannon, if I've ever seen one. They go for the Leaf Blade there. We have to shield everything because Gallade hits like a truck, and even a resisted Leaf Blade would do a lot of damage. So we will play out the 2 shield here to maintain alignment. Guys, maintaining alignment is everything in this meta. So you find that you often are fighting very hard for switch, and you have to. And we do. We get to this crunch saying bye-bye to the Shadow Gallade. Flip and switch. It's a thing of beauty. They come back in with the Bastiodon. Gonna go for the Aqua Tail. It is super effective, but you can never tell with Bastiodon, guys, as it is about as bulky as a Pokemon gets. We do not get to the second one. That is okay. We got the alignment, and they've got a Gastrodon in the back. It's Froslass time. Even when shields are down, we can do quite well against Gastrodon here. Their fast activating charge attack is Body Slam, which is double resisted. And right about here, they throw their move. I'm fully expecting the big move. They're definitely at an Earth Power, but they go Body Slam. So I caught wise to what they were doing, guys. They want to not take us out because they want us to take them out. So we go for the simultaneously KO. That was their win con, was to come in with Bastiodon and farm up. But even still, it wasn't going to happen for them. So if you catch on to little things like that, guys, you got to recognize it and play against it. So we chose to go for the simultaneously KO, denying them the farm that they were looking to get on their Bastiodon. So these bonus battles were a lot of fun. This team is quite strong, guys, like I said. Gained 130 elo running this team yesterday. The wins were coming left and right with team number 3. It is so strong. Gastrodon on the lead. Hard walls a lot of things. But we've got the featured set coming right up. Gastrodon is so powerful in this meta, guys. So many teams are actually double weak to Gastrodon. It is a thing of beauty. And speaking of, we have a positive lead here in Toxicroak. They swap into a Prinplup. Very fun pick for the Hisui Cup. This thing runs Icy Wind and Hydro Pump. That is the conventional moveset. So if they build up to 7 of their bubbles, you know that they're trying to get off that big Hydro Pump. But they didn't do that here. This is just an Icy Wind. We tank this, no problem, and gonna look to flip switch here with our Drapion. Gonna overfarm a little bit and go for the crunch. We win this in the 2 shield, so if they want a shield, that's fine. We will match the shield, but no, they let it go. And they come back in with the Toxicroak. So gonna go for the Aqua Tail. This is why you want to run Aqua Tail in this Hisui Cup meta. Just for the coverage against opposing poison types like Toxicroak, and they farm us all the way down. That is fine. We can come right back in with our Gastrodon. We are doing super effective damage to Toxicroak with our Mud Slaps due to its poison typing, and we have enough bulk to hold up to these hard-hitting counters with Stab. Gonna shield up the next Mud Bomb and ensure that we can take out the Toxicroak here. And they make an aggressive play into a Drapion. This is what I'm talking about, guys. So many teams are double weak to Gastrodon. It is amazing. They have another poison type in the back. So we are just going to chip away with our super effective mud slaps and these body slams. And we grab both shields from the Drapion. You'd love to see it. We can now let our Gastrodon go down. And Froslass up a shield absolutely dominates Drapion. You wouldn't think due to the type disadvantage, but it does. We're going to call this. They need to bait, and we're calling that successfully. Just an Aqua Tail. Not going to cut it. We are going to one shield flex on this Drapion. Going for the big avalanche. Taking out the Drapion. And that Toxicroak was hanging on by a thread. Froslass, one shield flex and closing the game in dominant fashion. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Like I said, guys, team number 3 was the one I was most excited to try, and I think you can now see why, guys. Look at this, picking up another positive lead in Lucario. They safe swap in a Drifblim, so we go into Drapion, and this is fine. I'm going to critique it a little bit. It's a minor misplay, because if they lead with a Steel type, like Lucario, it's generally Empoleon or Bastionon, but any Steel type lead, if they safe swap in a Ghost type, you can bet the house that there is a second Ghost type in the back. So we meet this with our Drapion. What we should have done at the time, we should have read this appropriately and met this Drifblim with our Froslass, because there's undoubtedly a Froslass in the back. Those are the two prominent Ghost types in this meta. But we do win. We flip switch with our Drapion, and we do leave that matchup with energy to spare. Gonna go for an Aqua Tail. We have been debuffed 2 times, so it doesn't do as much as you'd like to see, but that's okay. We got the alignment, and there it is, right on cue, the Froslass. So the reason why it was a slight misplay to comment on Drapion to that Drifblim is because Froslass has a very dominant matchup against Drifblim. And the mirror matchup is not quite as decisive as it would be if we had the Drapion on this Froslass. So, and we are up against it a little bit here because this Froslass was able to get an energy lead on us. So whenever that happens, you're going to have to bite down and call a bait, and we called it successfully. That's what we needed to do. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. This will likely get the shield. They really need to fight hard here, and it does get the shield, but because we successfully called that bait, we can now shield up whatever this is, and we will absolutely outpace to the Shadow Ball, which will definitely delete the opposing Froslass. That was clutch. Had to call that bait. We say bye-bye to the Froslass, and we can now bring in our Gastrodon onto this Lucario. Of course, we are, again, doing super effective damage with our Mud Slaps because it is a Steel type. We tank that Shadow Ball from the hardest hitting Pokemon in this Hisui Cup meta. Gonna just go for the Body Slam. It's resisted, but Lucario is made of paper. And even resisted damage does a lot to it. So that's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, this team works so well, and the reason why is because not a lot of people lead with grass types, guys, making Gastrodon amazing. For reasons like that, had an Empoleon lead, that's a positive lead. They make a play into another Shadow Gallade, so it's Drapion time. Yet again, Drapion thoroughly outpaces Gallade to these crunches, which hit for neutral, but a lot of neutral because, like I said, Gallade is quite squishy, especially in its shadow form. Gonna shield everything, and if they want to play out the 2 shield, we are fine with that. We have to shield these resisted Leaf Blades because they do still do a lot of damage. But they went for the close combat there, lowering their defense by 2 stages. Gonna go for another crunch. If they shield this, we will outpace to another one. But they let it go, deciding to take the shield advantage. That is quite all right, guys. We will make it to another crunch on this Empoleon, and they don't have to shield this. They definitely live a crunch, but it does a lot of damage because Empoleon is on the squishier side, particularly in the 1500 CP Great League format. They do get to a Hydro Cannon, but we tank that. We've got some decent bulk on our Gastrodon, and they do make it to a second one. We tank 1, but we definitely do not tank 2. But it's up to Froslass here. Down a shield, and oh, they've got a Toxicroak in the back. Guys, if you didn't know about the power of Froslass, you're about to find out, because even down shields, we definitely beat Toxicroak. No problem, guys. All we need is back-to-back avalanches. If they want to fight for this, by all means, this one will get the shield, but we've got another one locked and loaded because Froslass is quite spammy and hits like a truck as we say bye-bye to the Toxicroak, and we can farm down the Empoleon with double resistant powder snows. That's the power of Froslass right there, guys. Quite the closer in this meta. It is amazing. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, it's so much fun. This team was a blast, guys. And here we go, picking up a neutral lead in an opposing Gastrodon. Gonna go into Froslass. Team reading, 101, guys. A very strong team. I'm not gonna say strong, but a very toxic team, I should say. If you're faced with a Gastrodon on the lead, it commonly comes paired with 2 Shadow Bite users. So there's one right there. We draw it out with our Froslass so that we can come back in and farm it all the way down with our Gastrodon. We want to have some sort of advantage over the opposing Gastrodon, and that comes in the form of an energy advantage. So if they have a Gastrodon lead and they meet you with a Shadow Bite user, you can bet the house that there is a second Shadow Bite user in the back in the form of Skuntank. So we did hit that thing with an Earth Power. We wanted to get the health even. They are still up a shield, but that is fine. We're reading that there is another Bite user in the back. We've got loaded energy, going to threaten that final shield, and there it is. Right on cue, the Shadow Skuntank. Oh, don't you love these toxic teams that sort of develop in the various metas? But hey, we've got our Drapion here to handle this Skuntank. We are resisting this fast move pressure, and we can hit this thing for some nice neutral damage with our Aqua Tails. It is a thing of beauty, shutting down these toxic teams that come on the scene in the various metas. You love to see it. Going for Aqua Tail number 3. Gotta put this Shadow Bite user out of its misery. Bye-bye, Skuntank. And Drapion coming in clutch, shutting down the toxic double bite team. It's a thing of beauty. You love to see it. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. Oh, there's nothing more satisfying than absolutely shutting down Double Bite in the Hisui Cup. It's a thing of beauty. Picking up another positive lead in Lucario. They meet us with the Froslass. So here, this is what I was talking about, guys. This is looking to be the same team that we went up against in the previous battle. This time, we made the adjustment. They actually made the right call in safe swapping Froslass. That's the right call. We're reading Steel Double Ghost, just like in that previous matchup. Only in this one, they actually safe swapped the right Pokemon and Froslass. So we meet this with our Drapion. We're reading that there is a Drifblim in the back, guys, just like the previous team. We take out the Froslass. We had to spin the shield, but like I said, in this Hisui Cup meta, alignment is everything. It is absolutely key to having success in this meta. So just going to get off as many Aqua Tails as we can. Lucario is going to have to shield something. It is quite squishy, and they do farm all the way down. Going to bring in our Gastrodon. They are at a potential Shadow Ball. They have not buffed their attack, so we tank this, no problem. Gastrodon has some nice bulk, and there it is, right on cue, the Dripblim. It is lights out. This is what I was talking about in that previous matchup. You want the Froslass on the Drifblim because you're dealing super effective damage with your Powder Snows, and you absolutely outpace to these hard-hitting avalanches with Stab. If they want to shield this, that is fine. We will outpace to a second one, which will absolutely, definitely be enough to take out the Drifblim from this health range. And there it is. It's a thing of beauty when it works to perfection. Bye-bye to the Drifblim. And they have that Lucario in the back. Getting pretty low. They can throw whatever they want. Our Gastrodon is still very healthy. And at this point, one Mud Slap will be more than enough to send it packing in the Hisui Cup. Gastrodon taking out the Lucario. You love to see it, guys. That is the team. How about team number 3? from my top 3 best teams for the Hisui Cup, a juicy 5-0. You don't get much better than that. You literally don't get much better than that. Oh, it's so nice. So, team number 3, guys, as you can see, is quite strong. The wins were coming left and right. Like I said, was able to gain 130 elo with team number 3. It was amazing. The team does have its weaknesses. The flying type leads like Drifblim are going to be tough. It was pretty tough going up against those because they usually compared with an Empoleon and a Drapion in the back, and that's just RPS. So we did end up dropping a few games to that team, but it's not you don't see it too often. You definitely win more than you lose. So that is team number 3, guys. It was so much fun. Oh man, I had a blast. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.